I may have made a huge mistake for my channel. I wanted to purchase this beautiful doll. It was jointed, and my sister asked me how many inches it was. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it was super small because it was only 1085 plus tax. And then I looked up how many centimeters to inches she was, and she was 16 and a half inches. She was huge, and feeling her, she's even bigger than I thought she was. Like, I knew she was big. Her head is like the size of an apple. Like, she is really big. And I bought a lot of dolls over this time period because I'm doing a new series, and this tall doll is just one of them. I bought this doll. Her hair was super kinked up, so I washed it out. It's still tending to go to the side that it was, so I may have to just trim it up, which I think it does need a good little trim. She has inset eyes. The body I already had. It is the body to Evil Generica, and I think she is pretty cute, but she's gonna have a little bit of a makeover in a future video. Her head was around $2. Her body, of course, I already had. It was around $2.30 or $3. And I bought this doll. He is a faux Ken doll, unbranded, because all of the dolls that I'm buying are going to be unbranded for this video. His feet are in the bag. They're not on his body. He was only about $3.75 with tax. I think that is pretty good. He looks a lot better than the picture, because the picture, he looked like he was wearing lipstick and had tiny little lips and was weird looking. But he looks like the other normal fake Kens that I've seen, and I may get more of these for the body. It came with shoes, which I really like that it came with shoes, just because his feet are a little smaller than Ken's, and I do have plenty of Ken shoes, but I don't have a lot of slim Ken shoes. What am I going to put on this doll? I have no idea. I couldn't find any pants in the bag I had. He could wear an apron. I think that's a little small for him. He'll wear a strawberry apron, because I brought out a lot of girl clothes for the larger doll to try on, because I'm really not sure if I have anything that will fit her very well, since she is going to be such a big doll. This just keeps his modest. His head is a little wobbly. His neck is a little screwed up. I don't know how much I can do for that. And he does have little paint splashes on his nose, on his cheek, and under his hairline. And it's not showing up too well. The one under its hairline is a little thicker, and since it's thicker, I may be able to get that off with rubbing with the magic razor, and I may be able to fill that in with paint or maybe even a marker. It's fully posable, which is why I was interested in this one, even though he did not look good in the listing, and he looks better in person, and he came pretty cheap. Now, this is the piece to the resistance. This doll is big. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she's large, and she's just so pretty on the pictures that I had to try to buy her, and she was buy it now, and buy her for this new series. I've only found this doll on AliExpress and eBay. I think she might be a counterfeit of a Magi doll, because she has the Magi deal bag on her, but Magi doesn't even offer dolls at the moment at all. And they also said never buy dolls that are marked Magi Deal from Amazon, eBay, or AliExpress because they're all fake. So she is not a copyrighted doll. Her eyelashes messed up. She smells very strong of rubber and plastic. She's got a little thing over her eye and under her eyebrow, just a little mark. It's not very visible. And a tiny little like paint speck or piece of roaming plastic under her lipstick, and she's not rooted very well, and there's a little plastic lip coming up in the back of her hair. She just fit this hat. I may have to put her in the hat because she's not rooted very well, but she is absolutely gorgeous in photographs, but she is big. She is very, very, very tall. And that's where the plastic is. So I'm going to have to style her hair, and I may have to add eyelashes with glue, like just little singular eyelashes that I get from fake eyelashes, and just put them on one by one to fill in where it's messed up. She fits pretty well in this long knitted dress, so I may keep her in that in future videos. She's very, very posable. She has like 18 joints again, and she's just so posable. She is like a giant made to move Barbie. I mean, that's basically what she is, except her ankles move in a very weird way, and if your ankle moved like that, you would think you had a broken ankle. So I'm not going to be moving the ankles in videos. Because of that, it will just look like she has broken something. She's pale. Her hair looks grayer on camera than it is. It's actually faded lavender. That is the color of that hair. I've seen it on Covet Fashions, the app, and that color is called faded lavender. It's what happens when your lavender hair has faded out after you've dyed it. It's actually a very pretty color, and I'm opening the next doll that goes with her because on my new series she has a friend who is her opposite. This one has Magi deals on it again, and it's not a Magi deal doll because it's all over AliExpress, and when they sell their dolls, they sell them clothed. These are all in the buff. But she is beautiful and has hair that is in her neck hole. Some people will take off the head to get rid of that problem. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it fixes very easily, and I'm going to put a little outfit on her so that she is modest. She is fully posable as well. She has 13 joints, so less than the larger doll, except her limbs do not come off, and this one does. You can take off her hands to put on a shirt. Sorry about that, camera died. But she's absolutely beautiful. It does not show, but she's got pink here, very pretty. She's got a little wonkiness here, but she's got the bangs to cover it up. She's got a very big head and a nice chunky body for a kid. She is very, I mean, her head's a little big for an actual kid, but she's very kid-like. Her body is very kid-like, and I thought at her price that she would be just hollow plastic, but they did say something about silicone. She is silicone. Like, or silicone plastic rubber sort of mixture. She's heavy, she's thick. This one's plastic with a little bit of softer plastic in the hands. They both smell very plasticky. And look, so these two characters are friends. And not even when she's sitting up. Why do they keep revving their engine? That's bad for your car. Anyway, not even when she's sitting up is this one. She's basically just got to hang on her and climb so they can talk because she is just so big. Luckily, this doll is so articulated. They're both very articulated. She has 13 points of articulation. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 maybe. A little more than 14. I think it might said listed at 15. But they're both fantastic. And her standing up next to her, grown up, still tiny. And so this is everything I got today. Her head is still in the mail, so maybe I just put her away. But here's everything I got today. Still working on the rest of my doll series. I believe that these are all generic because their price was super cheap. The little girl doll was only $3.50. The head of the pink one was $2 something. I know she's generic. I know the boy doll is generic. And I believe the large doll is generic because she was only $10.83. They are likely copies of old dolls that Magi Deal used to have but no longer do. These are just some of the minor imperfections of this doll. The eyelashes being bunched together and then pulled down. Glue being on the eye, which is not visible on camera because my lighting is not the best. But she is still a beautiful doll. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you enjoy the series that I have coming up. I will release more information about that when it is closer to the time of releasing my first video. I will also start a little bit of a craft series for this type of doll. I will be making her shoes and accessories because the accessories and shoes are much more money than even the American Girl doll and Barbie. Her shoes are the same price that I paid for the little girl doll. So about $3.50, $3.75 per pair of shoes.